The Waylanders is perfect. It's perfect for telling an interesting story, with interesting characters over an interesting tone. In fact, it was perfect for the Loresploring series because of these factors. If you've watched the previous 3 episodes in this series, you've seen me smiling, laughing, and enjoying the banter between the characters. I've seen the reviews that heavily criticize the Waylanders for its coarse language and irreverent dialogue. Personally, I think that's a strength of the game. It's different. It breaks the boring and tired, super serious tones that RPGs have become synonymous with. In short, it was refreshing. The story is layered, it's full of mystery, and there's much more I wanted to discover. That's why I'm utterly disappointed that the rest of the game is so poorly executed. I can't recall the last time I felt so much angst about not being able to even continue to play a game because the quality gap between the storytelling and gameplay is so vast. This isn't a review of the game, but rather a brief explanation of why I won't be continuing the series to the conclusion of the game's narrative. Let's start with the combat. Although it appears you do, you really have no control over your party members. A simplistic choice of aggressive, average, or passive behavior tendencies for them simply doesn't work. And if left to their own devices at all, the AI is so brainless it's shocking. But trying to micromanage their behaviors also fails because the UI and player feedback is really non-existent. Simply put, they don't respond to your direct control, and when they rarely do, it's immensely frustrating to watch them finish the act you've given them and then run off to do some idiotic routine the second you look away. That's the worst of it, but there's honestly a lot more that goes into the combat in Waylanders that makes it completely unplayable. Sadly, the game is also super buggy. Twice I had to reset to an earlier save because something got glitched. First, it was a required dialogue sequence not initiating, and secondly, it was an area exit not being interactable. There's item descriptions missing, and there's wonky cutscenes, and a whole lot more as well. And I can live with bugs, but these were within the first 2 hours of the game, and they set me back quite a bit. So the risk of running into something absolutely game-breaking after much more of a time investment is just too great to continue. I really struggled with whether to try and push through and continue this game because games like this simply don't come along that often anymore. It's a wasted opportunity. I'm sympathetic to the small team that tried to make this, and I commend them for the writing, for the voice acting, the story, and the characters they've developed. They're really great. But a game like this needs that other side done just as well. With a combat overhaul, I might consider giving it another try down the road, but for now, our journey with the Waylanders comes to an unfortunately premature ending. Thanks for watching, everyone, and join me for the next game in the series, Elden Ring, which you'll be able to catch Episode 1 on Wednesday, March 2nd, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here on the Pantheon Plus channel. Be sure to be subscribed, turn on notifications, to see me go into Elden Ring as a complete Souls game noob. So, we'll see you then.